Trauma Trap, Part 5, The Field of Existence and Manifestation. In this part we are going to take trauma healing to a more metaphysical level. Imagine us existing within an eternal and infinite field of consciousness or awareness. This field is also the total sum of all potential outcomes, manifested and unmanifested. Now imagine, we are not beings moving within this field, but the field or reality moves through us. Or, to put it differently, existence, reality, or the field as we have named it, does not happen to us. It moves through us. In Part 4 we spoke about imagination. In Part 5, we state that imagination does not happen to us, it happens through us. Hence, we are imagination, existence as a result of imagination, awareness, emotions, and beliefs as a reflection of the field of infinite consciousness or awareness working through us. With this articulation we are now approaching a closed-loop model of consciousness reality co-creation. Let's tighten the logic so it becomes precise, non-metaphorical, and reproducible. And, of course, let's connect it to trauma healing. 1. The field does not sit outside us. We are not in a field, we are expressions of the field, localized through a body-mind identity. The field is infinite unmanifested potential. The human is a localized filtering lens of that potential, so the question is not, how do I affect the field through which I experience trauma? But rather, how does the field express itself and trauma through my current state of consciousness and as a reflective mirror of my emotion? 2. Imagination equals the field taking shape inside awareness. Imagination is the moment when unmanifested potential enters the observer's perceptual lens. If the lens is clear, open, trusting, it imagines expansion, possibilities, coherent. Contracted, traumatized, fearful, it imagines danger, lack, betrayal, collapse. So imagination is not personal fantasy. It is the field encountering, reflecting your conditioning. 3. The wave collapse, like in quantum physics and the double-slit experiment. The famous observer effect applies here as well. Potential collapses into form according to the state of the observer. But your state is composed of meaning, interpretation, belief, permission or rejection, emotion, charge, nervous system tone, safety or threat, identity, who you think you are in relation to the world. This determines which version of reality the field is allowed to become through you. Thus, the field does not care what becomes real. It only reflects what your system is currently configured to perceive and embody. You create your own reality as a result of what you put in emotionally. Like a mirror, the field or reality only reflects back your emotional image and blueprint in your own mirror. If you want your reflection in the mirror to smile while you look sad, you can wait for eternity. If you want your reality reflection in the mirror to shine, you will have to smile first in order to change the reflection in the mirror. That's how the field of reality works, not the other way around. 4. Embodiment is the requirement for physical manifestation. Nothing becomes real simply because it is imagined or believed. It becomes real when the nervous system feels safe enough to act in alignment with the imagination. This is the critical point. The body is the gateway through which the field enters matter. If the body is in fear, contraction, avoidance, collapse, repetition of past, peace, expansion, action, novelty, new outcomes. We can therefore distinguish the following layers and their roles. Imagination receives potential. Meaning interprets it. Belief allows or blocks it. Emotion charges it. Body embodies or suppresses it. Reality echoes it. And yes, this creates a self-reinforcing loop. 1. The field flows through you. 2. You imagine, interpret potential. 3. You believe, allow or block it. 4. You embody, act or avoid. 5. The world responds, material echo. 6. That echo becomes new evidence. 7. That evidence reinforces your imagination of what is possible. This is the creative loop of consciousness or the field of reality and existence working through you. The field leads to imagination, leads to interpretation, leads to belief, leads to embodiment, leads to reality, leads to new imagination. Which means, we never react to reality. We react to the meaning we gave the field before it became reality. This is the key insight of our work. Everything we observe in the external world is the field expressing itself through the lens of our current emotional, cognitive, and embodied configuration. The world is not fixed reality. It is a mirror of the state of the perceiver, you. Where this leads, next step, the inevitable next layer is. What controls the state of the lens, your perception of the field of reality and existence? Answer: trauma memory, fear-based identity, versus self-love, unified person, trust-based identity. Or in our language, beggar, bugger becomes bonus, blessing. This is where repetition loop, trigger sequences, ego survival patterns, the solar plexus as singularity, the collapse of emotional charge, and the restoration of the internal parent, all converge. Hopefully, all this information gives you an indication that trauma, even when inherited, is not something you cannot change, which you have to live with, and just have to deal with it without seeing possibilities for a change. That's not the truth. My intention is to show you how imagination, trauma, reactivation of the past in the now happens and why it dictates our lives. And that we can change this straitjacket of misery into a happier and more fulfilling life, mainly by changing our belief systems around our trauma. In our next episode, we will connect trauma healing to human design and the tools it gives us to heal trauma. Stay tuned.